on this
All
ship,
right.
on this wooden ship. It was like a wooden ship.
And they were the only ones still left around.
Yeah,
Like
everything.
all the other animals were gone because of the flood. The
Because
flood took
God
them away.
decided that they didn't. Maybe he didn't like some of them, right? Like maybe there was like some sort of
Mm-hmm.
like a turtle, or was really ugly, or he didn't like it,
Yeah.
and then he would just not include, because Noah was the captain of the boat, and he decided
Huh?
which God told him which which guys can get on the boat and which ones can't get on the boat, and and he's the
Yeah.
captain of it, so he it wasn't his
Well,
decision. Like he probably had some input into it. Like he'd say like, well, maybe God, we should
yeah.
take these birds, or something like that, and then they probably had like an open conversation about it.
Let me get into where I find something wrong where I just can't believe it.
Sure.
So let's take kangaroos as an example, okay? Kangaroos are only found in Australia. That's the only place on Earth where they live, right?
That well, unless you're counting zoos, then yeah, that's
Sure,
the only
but like
place. But in the zoo, like in
there was no
yeah.
zoos back then. There was no zoos back then.
Oh no, not back then. No, I thought you meant today. Um,
Okay,
yeah.
so you, the kangaroos would have migrated from Iraq to Australia, wouldn't they? To get where they are today.
Yeah, well, they could have been on ships and other boats like that. But yeah, they would have had to
So
get there. Yeah, somebody had to bring them, right? Because unless they were swimming, like they could have stayed maybe there. I don't know exactly how far that is. Because a long time ago, things were a lot bigger. So
well,
you have to factor that in
you
too, I
think?
guess.
Well, yeah, but you think some of them might have died on the journey, right?
Yeah,
Like, they might have died on the long, arduous journey, correct?
yeah,
Some
they
of them
could have.
might have.
We don't know. We don't know. It's a kind of a
Yeah.
mystery there.
So, well, why don't we find kangaroo fossils like in that, on that trail they would have taken? We only find them in Australia, nowhere else.
Yeah.
Richard,
Well,
I'm starting
maybe.
to think you don't know shit about the Bible.
Well, I don't. Hold on. Watch. First of all, this is a family show, okay? So, um,
Okay.
I understand you're frustrated, but I'm gonna settle it. I'm gonna clear it up for you, okay? They
Well,
maybe the ark, maybe it wasn't in Iraq. Maybe the ark, when they parked that boat,
well,
maybe they parked that boat in Australia, and maybe they were stopping at all the different
that's not what the
places
Bible
where
says,
the right
Richard.
animals go.
Richard, you're contradicting the Bible. You're contradicting the Bible, Richard.
Well, which Bible are you reading? Because there's a lot of watered down Bibles out there. I'm
Which
only
Bible are you reading?
I'm talking about. First of all, I don't follow the King James Bible. That Bible is very old, and it was written a long time ago. That's a very old
Well,
Bible.
every Bible has the same story. They all have the same story, Richard.
Well, not all of them. The Neon Bible is specifically the one that I'm referring to here. Now, the Neon Bible,
Richard,
it's not
I
like your
know
other
of the
Bibles.
Neon Bible.
It's not watered down. Okay, it's only 76 pages, and it's direct and to the point. It doesn't have a lot of that other fluff in there.
No.
People
I
don't
think
have
you
time.
forgot what the Neon Bible's about. The Neon Bible is about applying biblical principles to modern day situations, such as whether to download Firefox.
Yeah, that's in there as well. But there's a couple pages in there that talk about what happened a long time ago, because no one's going to read all of those pages. So we had to kind of move quickly through those parts. And I'm saying, maybe what happened is the boat, it dropped off all of the animals at, kind of like when you go to those designated drivers and they take all the people home one at a time. And maybe that's what they did with the boat, is they stopped at every place and they put the right animals on the right islands.
But how could they do that over land once the flood was gone?
Well, they could just go around. There's still lots of water. They could go all the way around. It's like the Earth is like a circle, right? You can go this way or that way.
No. The ark stayed where it landed. That it's specifically mentioned in the Bible. It stayed where it landed. It didn't move again. It landed in the middle of a continent. You can't bring that to a boat, to the water. It landed in the middle of a continent.
Once it's water, they could go anywhere. The Earth is a circle.
But the water was gone.
The Earth is a circle. It's like a circle. Do you know what a circle is? Because I'm starting to think you're coming across like a GD idiot. I don't think you understand.
I'm sorry, man.
Because you could go around the different parts. The Earth doesn't just go one way. It sounds like you can go. You know what I mean? Like if you go up, you can go
in the mountains. It landed in the mountains in the middle of a continent.
You better check your facts because I don't think you know what you're talking about. Welcome to the program. You're live on Montclair Public Access TOS TV3. Welcome to the program.
Well, first I want to say Happy New Year's.
Well, Happy New Year. It's so good to have you here on the show.
Yeah, I mean, people talk about how, like, Jesus just resurrected out of everywhere, like out of nowhere, and now, like, you're kind of doing the same thing right now. Like, you came out of nowhere, and now you're doing a New Year's show.
A New Year's show, and no one even believed it could happen. But it's another example of how the Lord kind of just works in these mysterious ways. There were some technical problems, and we weren't sure if there was going to be a show. But so now the people don't have to be alone tonight. If they are alone, then they don't have to be.
And you're doing God's work. So, like, God bless you, man.
Well, thank you. I just want to just press pause on this call for one moment and just want to let everyone know to send their thoughts and wishes to a speedy recovery for Betty White tonight. We're hoping for a speedy recovery. Now go ahead, caller. How can I help you tonight?
Well, I am a father of two beautiful girls, young girls, and
how young are you, those girls?
One is 16 and one is 18.
16 and 18. They sound like a handful. Sound like you're a handful.
Oh man, trust me, they are a handful.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm super happy that I have them, and sometimes I want to just tear my hair out.
Right? Like home. There's a TV show, Simpson, and the father one always does. He always grabs the neck of his Chad.
son, right?
Yeah, Bill or little. Yeah, he's always choking on Bill.
Little Billy
on that on Simpson. Yeah. But that's just a joke show. Like that's not, of course, real. That's just kind of
for sure.
Yeah. So you've got these two beautiful daughters, and they're 18 and 16, and they've got they're developing, and you're their father, and go on.
Yeah. Well, so my oldest daughter, who's 18, she's been going around a lot. And she was invited to this party.
Oh, that sounds nice.
This college party.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah, but like me.
There's a lot of temptation at those types of parties. There's a lot of teenage drinking and underage intercourse and things like that. You, as a father, you're going to have to check up on and make sure that it's a clean party. You're going to want to make sure that party's clean.
Oh, for sure. Well, and then that's why I told her, I'm like, you're not going to be able to go unless if I come.
Yeah.
Right.
You have to make. Yeah, you should come.
So I decided to come.
Yeah.
But then she was like, well, you got to look like a college kid because me, I'm 45 years old.
Yeah.
So we kind of did something like what they did on 22 Jump Street.
Okay.
And we put like some like a wig on me and like made me dress kind of look a little cool.
Okay.
Made me look a little younger so I could go with her.
Yes.
And because like I wanted to be safe, but I also wanted to party.
Well, hold on. Sue, there's someone watching of the name Sue Lynn, and Sue Lynn says, "What is this show?" Well, this show is a pastor hotline. We're here and we're taking your calls. Not everyone has someone to be with tonight, so if you want to be with us, you can be with the Lord and me, Pastor Richard, And we're on the line here just talking to a man about his beautiful young daughters. Going to ask him to turn down that dog, though. If you can go ahead and turn that dog off. Going to get that on the TV track there. So you're going to want to turn that down.